Tom Davies is embracing his inner copper. He's trying out a new non-toxic round.
We're out on roebucks this evening. I've got a new bullet that I'm using, which I'm hopefully going to stick to for my work. A fairly new company, it's Wapiti. It's all non-toxic, copper rounds, made in the UK, so which is good. Which yeah, hopefully they do work, because it'd be nice to support a UK company with the bullets. I've been looking at going non-toxic for a while, and I do all my own processing, so I'm not using the game dealer or anything, so I don't legally have to do that. But I think with just supplying wild Dartmoor venison, I do now and then get people ask me, is it shot with non-toxic? And I think it just ticks every box for me. So I'm using the 6.5 Creedmoor, 120 grain. We've got a mixture of two here. There's hollow point, and also they call them white tips, instead of calling them ballistic tips, I think. So I've just had a couple shots and got it onto the target where I've been clicking it. It's been going exactly where I wanted. But yeah, it's nice to see that's working, and obviously the kit working with the upcoming season. So with the hollow point and the ballistic tip, they shouldn't really be any difference in zero, to be honest, because they are exactly the same bullet. It's just one's got a poly tip in it, the other hasn't. So we're on an area where I'm not so keen on the deer. There's a lot of arable, a lot of vegetables grown, and dairy farms, so they want obviously all the grass, as much as they can get. Crops they don't want damaged, and especially vegetables that are grown, they really don't want them damaged. So it's not really a management place as such, it's more of a what's a nice way to put it, kill all the deer basically, as long as it's in season. It's time of year now, bucks are moving around. I was here fox shooting the other evening and I saw plenty of roe deer around, so hopefully we'll catch up with a few. Fingers crossed. I saw it was quite a big male form. Hopefully we'll catch up with him later on. We'll go there right on last thing where that one is, because I'll still be working near there at the moment. So we'll go there at last light and hopefully catch up with those. So the other evening when I was here fox shooting, saw a few deer on this side of the farm here, and when we first got here it was the standard filming curse that there was not a single deer here. But a buck's just popped out now. So it's quite a fair way, so we're going to whip back to the buggy, and then we'll drive around, get to that field, and then we'll stalk in across that field. The wind's not the best for it, but it's the only way in because it's a boundary field. We'll be in full stealth mode. I mean, if he's up there, the other two I seen the other evening might be as well.
Stealth mode is kind of what he does. Tom drives around the hill using farm tracks to get to a point where he can walk on to where he hopes the buck will end up. He lands us in exactly the right place. He walks up to a gate and the animal is in front of him. Down it goes. Off goes its girlfriend. The Wapiti rounds work first time. Tom goes over to the carcass and demonstrates a field gralloch.
Bleed the animal, 2 inches incision on the base of the throat. Get the esophagus out from the back of the windpipe, pull it down from the top of the throat, cut it off, you tie it, and then you just want to ease the esophagus slightly, and you'll see the spine of the back there, it's kind of like shrinks up, and bit of tension on it, so that's basically showed you that you've just released the esophagus from beneath the spine. You don't want to yank the esophagus, because otherwise you rip it away from the stomach and then your carcass is in a mess. So you just nice, easy, gentle pulls and you'll feel it release. Then when you come around to the stomach, just a small incision, half what you'd normally do, and then you get the intestines out, and then followed by the stomach. You just want to work your hands around the stomach up to the diaphragm, and then get your hand around the esophagus where it joins into the stomach, and just pull it, and it will come out all the way up through. You can see I've tied it there at the top end, and that's come through without breaking away. So you still have an immaculate carcass. You'll have no bloody stains in there, nothing to contaminate it. Where the poo pipe links to the back end, again, what you do is just reach up as far as you can, put as many drop-ins down as you can into the pipe. Then what you do, once they're all out, cut it, tie that off, and there's only a small amount of that still left in there. That's all clean as well. Then everything else is done back of the larder, so you still have an immaculate carcass ready for the food chain.
Next buck of the evening is up against a hedge. Again, the Wapiti does its work. Tom explains some of the challenges of shooting in Dartmoor Hill country.
You know, you're either coming over brown they're seeing you, or it's the opposite, you're coming up over and they're just there and you can't do anything like it, you can't get a safe shot. So it is tricky. You know, it's a lovely bit of ground, but yeah, you got to sometimes work for it to get those safe shots. I've just thought check this last field, pulled in, and there was what was a buck, stood right in the gateway, and that ran down, come around the corner, managed to get that one, and then I've just thought we'd check down over against the wood. So crept up over there, and there was another two against the wood, but they were right up tight to a fir wood, so it was fairly dark. I could see the lights going. I did have my crosshair on what I thought was a buck, and then when it turned its head, I could see that it was a buck, but by then it was gone, so the light had faded, and everything sort of come out. You know, in the last hour, everything started moving. So yeah, you're sort of rushing around that last light, trying to do what you come in to do in 3 hours, but you're doing it in 1. So it makes it all fun.
It's been a good night for Tom and for Wapiti, links to both of them below. And Tom tried out a new knife in that gralloch. You can watch his review of that on our Field Tester channel.